The husband accused of being at the center of a gruesome double murder case, taking the stand in his own defense in his trial for aggravated murder.
I was extremely terrified. I don't know that I've ever been more panicked in my life.
The defense and prosecution both grilling 40-year-old Brendan Banfield about the deaths of his wife Christine Banfield and Joseph Ryan in the Banfield's Virginia home in 2023.
Christine was yelling and obviously in pain.
Banfield's testimony, coming after newly released police body camera footage, shows him at the hospital shortly after the killings. This is the moment he learned his wife did not survive.
Hi, sir. My name is Gina. I'm one of the doctors here. Your wife has died. So sorry. Were you there at the time?
Yes.
The doctor then explaining his wife's stab wounds.
I was trying to apply pressure.
Yeah. I mean, those were enormous wounds, and it's not.
There were so many.
His young daughter also in the house the morning of the killings.
I want to make sure that she's safe.
Yeah, she's safe. Yes, ma'am. She's only 4.
Banfield's hand still covered in blood.
You want to wash your hands? Probably feel better after that.
Prosecutors say Banfield, a former investigator at the IRS, conspired with his au pair, then 22-year-old Juliana Perez Magalese, who he was having an affair with, to kill his wife.
Did you ever create any sort of a plan with Juliana?
No, there was no plan. At this point, our relationship is maybe 6 to 8 weeks old. I think that it's an absurd line of questioning.
Did you love her?
There was points that I told her that I loved her.
You told her that you loved her, but you didn't actually love her.
I would say that I had feelings for her, but they weren't nearly as strong as feelings for my wife.
Prosecutors say that Banfield pulls in Juliana, the family au pair, by concocting this entire scheme of buying a firearm, taking her to the firing range to practice, and creating an entire catfish scheme to lure an unsuspecting victim into the scene.
Prosecutors say Banfield was posing as his wife on a sexual fetish website to lure a stranger, Joseph Ryan, to come to the house and fulfill a twisted rape fantasy.
Okay, so in your version of this, he had already stabbed her when you walked in the room.
On the stand, Banfield maintaining his innocence, claiming he came home and heard the sounds of sex.
I heard the sounds of, I would say, moaning, as well as sound of skin-on-skin contact.
And then found a stranger stabbing his wife.
Christine was, I would describe as nude and on all fours, on her hands and knees. And Joe Ryan was behind her. She was holding her neck. She very shakily removed her hand from her neck, and I could see the wound.
Banfield admits he did shoot Joseph Ryan that day, but only because he claims Ryan was trying to kill his wife, Christine.
Can you explain to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what, if anything, took place that caused you to discharge your firearm?
I saw him do a downward stabbing stroke, and that's when I fired at him.
But the story he told on the stand, vastly different from what the au pair testified to earlier in the trial when she said it was Banfield who committed both murders.
Did he tell you what he wanted to do?
Yes.
What did he say?
He mentioned his plan to get rid of her. He got on top of her, and that's when I first saw him stab her with a knife.
Brendan and Juliana's testimony are worlds apart, in large part because Juliana, the au pair, is saying that he committed these murders, that he himself stabbed his wife, Christine, while Brendan is saying that he came across what appeared to be an affair using BDSM, and he saw his wife get stabbed, and he shot the assailant in self-defense.
On cross-examination, prosecutors challenging Banfield's account.
When Juliana hadn't called 911, you didn't think that was the time at which maybe you should do it?
And says there was no evidence his wife was having sex with Joseph Ryan.
You said that you heard what you thought initially were sex noises, right?
Yes,
Okay, but we know from the physical evidence recovery kits that were taken from both Mr. Ryan and your wife that there was no semen, no DNA from Mr. Ryan found in or around your wife's genitalia, correct?
that's my understanding.
Who is the shooter? Who shot who?
The grisly scene unfolding at the Banfield Herndon, Virginia home nearly 3 years ago.
Can you come down with me?
Anybody else ain't blow up? Okay, she's breathing. She's got a lot of samples.
A seemingly stunned au pair walking out of the crime scene,
We're getting the ambulance here now.
My whole skin is downstairs.
Okay.
telling police an intruder had come in with a knife and stabbed the homeowner's wife as her husband tried to save her.
He started stabbing her. I think Brendan shot him, and he asked me help to shot him too because
It's okay. You don't have to get it all out right now.
I never saw that before. It's a lot of blood and
Okay.
The young nanny moving into the primary bedroom where the wife had been killed, living as a couple with Banfield, according to prosecutors.
They had gotten new flooring, new bedroom furniture, and pictures that had once featured Brendan and Christine had been taken down and replaced with Brendan and Juliana together.
Prosecutors also highlighting different blood evidence found on Banfield's items.
When they look at the droplets found on Brendan's pants, they say that shows he must have been in close proximity to Christine, his wife, when she was brutally stabbed. That doesn't align with his story that Joseph Ryan committed this brutal stabbing and not him.
Closing arguments in the trial begin tomorrow. If convicted, Banfield faces life in prison without the possibility of parole. As for Magalese, she'll be sentenced once Banfield's trial ends and could get as little as time served, according to attorneys.
We will, of course, continue to follow this trial as it proceeds.